Hey friends, welcome to my channel. So in this video we will discuss about this question. Uh, so I will explain a bit about the question and then we will directly get started into the code and the example. So basically the question is this is the you can put it in the category of recursion and trees, and you will get a bit of knowledge about what a BST is. So a lot of small topics we're going to cover here. Okay, so the question is, you have given an array, a sorted array. So the numbers are increasing like this, one in this order, increasing order. And what you are supposed to do is you have to create a BST out of this sorted array. So BST, what is a BST? So binary search tree, if you are aware, so it's a kind of binary tree where all the, if this is your node, then the element at the left node will be smaller than this and at the right node will be greater than this. So you, for now you can consider the array has unique elements. We can if it has duplicate elements as well and it's in the increasing order, we can discuss about couple of conditions later on, but for now let's say, for to make it simple, we have this array and we have to change it into a BST, which is your binary tree having left element value always lesser than the root node and the right one greater than that. So this is the node structure I have mentioned here. Your how this BST one node will look like. It will have a value, it will have a left node and right node. So I hope you all are aware with binary trees, but if in case not, then just have a look what a binary tree is and a BST more in detail if you want to go through, and then come to this. Okay, so let's move on. So this is your, as I already discussed about, right, this is your node left and right. So you have been provided an array, sorted array, and you have to convert it into a BST. So the approach, there can be multiple approaches, as you know, like brute force and all, you can go here, but the one which we will follow in this one is which has a time complexity of O of n. So this solution has O of n time complexity, where n is the number of elements in your array which is provided. So let's go together with your code as well and your example as well. So I would say one more thing, as I already said, right, a lot of concepts. One more concept is, I think you are, if you have heard about merge sort, then you will be aware, right? So in merge sort, whenever you are given an array, you try to break it from the center. You break it from the center and then you process your left half and then you process your right half. Again, let's say we take the left half first, we break it in the middle, then we again process the left half and right half. So this is the main on a high level goal or high level idea of the merge sort. So something similar we are gonna do here in this to create a BST. The reason we have to follow this O of n approach, right? So let's get started. Let's say this is your main function and n is your numbers dot length. Nums your array which has been provided to you, and length you get out the number of elements in your array. Then mid, as I said initially, right, what we are trying to do, we are trying to break this into two parts so that we can process left part and right part. So the main goal here is this, right? As I said, in the BST, your root node should have root node value should be in middle of left and right. Let's say if this is 5, it can be less than the value should be less than 5 and here the value should be greater than 5. So if you break it here, you can see very well that this part all should come here, like minus 9 and 2 should come here, and this part 6 and 9 should come here. So if you're, let's say this is your root node, then all the left childs will have these values, all the right childs will have this value. And similarly, you can see this is what merge sort always does. You break it into two halves, you process this section, you process this section, you keep on doing. Let's say now you come here, hypothetically, let's say this is the array you got, you divide it into two. Okay, we will see how we are trying to divide, or how, which element you're going to take. You take minus 9 or you take 2. Let's say you take 2 here, then 5 and 2, and then what is left on your left side of this array? Minus 9, which will come here, right? But on this side you have nothing, right? It's this side, no element is left on that, so here you will, nothing will go here, right? So this is what we are doing here. We are breaking from the center, we are processing left side elements, right side elements. So here what we are doing, mid n by 2, directly you're just taking the elements, you will divide it by 2. If calculation you can do if it's an odd number, even number, that's what I said here, right? This part, that whether you will take minus 9 or 2, this will completely depend how you are dividing it. If you do n plus 1 by 2, then you will end up taking 2. If you do rightly n by 2, you will end up taking minus 9. So this, which element you have to take, depends completely how you are calculating your mid element and which one you are passing to build up the tree. But I think that's completely fine. You can by which one thing you think is easier, right? N by 2 is easier. Let's say we divide into 2. This is a recursive function. We talked about recursion here, right? So recursive function which will keep on processing, dividing your array into 2 and processing it. So let's say if we go here, although this one we are not using here, this I just showed you, the same thing will be used here to do it. Or maybe I think for now we can just comment it out, let's not use it. I just showed you how you want to do it. Let's say this build tree function is starting element is 0, ending element is n minus 1, the total number of elements in the array minus 1. Now your build tree function nums in this is condition is there to stop the recursion. When do you want to stop it? If L is greater than, because you are putting always like this, right? As soon as your length starting index is greater than your ending index, you have to return null. So this is the condition which you put just to stop your recursion, when you have to actually stop calling it. Now come here, end, middle, right? This is what I was talking about initially. Just forget about it for now. So let's say this is your starting, this is 0, this is your ending index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. You have to get the middle, this is 4 plus 0 by 2, which is your 2, this index. So now you have to pass this one is your roots value. So root equals to, you will create new root, you have to write constructors and all for this, like you created node here, right? This is just a the skeleton, you have to write constructors for that, and you're assigning your node this value. As we discussed, once you assign this node value to the node, you have to process left section, you have to process right section as well. Middle, left, right, two elements. If it's even, then middle, let's say if you had 5 element, index goes till here, then 0 plus 5 by 2, that will be again your 2. Then this will also be your, again will be your if you're taking the left, the lower half, right, instead of 5 by 2 is 2, the lower ceil kind of, the floor function if you are using, then you will come up with 2. If you are using the ceiling function, you will have 3, but let's go for now with 2. Then you have 2 elements here and 3 here, so you will process like this, 2 here and 3 here. So similar kind of adjustments you can see if you want to do this, or you want to do L plus R plus 1 by 2. So what will happen here, 6 by 2 is 3, then you will have this as your mid element, then you have 3 here and 2 here. So this is completely your calculation. For now I am just considering simply L plus R by 2. You can have the same, things will work perfectly for you. Okay. Now let's move ahead. Once you do this, you call this function again, your build tree function, once for the left one, once for the right. So if you see middle one is already processed, so you have to do -1 and +1. L and R remains the same because your starting point and your ending point still remains the same. Just you have to do, change it for the left middle -1, change it for the right middle +1, the starting and ending points. And whatever outcome comes out, you have to assign it to your left node and to your right. Now this part is interesting, right? So if you see at the bottom, I am just sending this return root to the back, right? So this is the node which you are creating here and you are returning. So when you first call this, you have a return statement here. So whatever the outcome of this, your function will return. So that's why whatever you are returning here is getting cached in your left and right node. So if 5 is this, now you again split it into 2. The index is 0 and 1, which is again your 2. So your 5, 0 and 1. Middle one becomes 0. So your element will be -9. Now you are left with, if you consider this, what are you left? There is nothing here. So when you call this function for the left part, middle -1, what is this? It's -1 because left is 0, 0 minus middle is 0. 0 minus 1 is -1. -1 is greater than, no, return null. So this part will have null. What about this? The right section, middle +1, what was it? 0. 0 plus 1, 1, and right is already 1. 1 plus 1 by 2, which is your 1. So it will have your 1. So you will put, what is that one index? 2. 2 here, right? Similar for the left section, and you're returning this root. See, for left you return null, so this has null. For right you return 2, this has 2. Similar thing you will do for this section. This has index 3, this has index 4. 3 plus 4 by 2 is your 3. So your left section will be this. You put 6 here, and then you what you have in the left. In the left again the same thing will happen. You will put what is the element here. This will come up here as null, and you may do the calculation here as well when you are dividing it, like 3, 4, these are the indexes, and 9 will come here as 9. So this is your BST kind of which will be formed. If you see, all the elements here are less than 5, these are greater than 5. Minus 9, null is less, there is nothing, I mean, and 2 is between 9 and minus 9 and 5, 2 is in between that. So this is how somewhere your BST looks like. If you choose a different middle, finding out that it may look a bit different, but it will be a BST only. Then you may have to do a bit of changes ahead, but for this the logic which I just explained, this code works absolutely fine. And please, the complexity is of n. The reason being, you are traversing the entire array, each element at least once you are traversing, and then when you are going to left and right section, right, only once you are checking on each element. Once you go to minus 9, you look here, nothing is there, you go to 2. That's it. Only once you go. You know, I've never traversed the same element more than one times. Okay. So, and that's why the complexity is O of n, where n is your number of elements. So please let me know if you have any questions or you think something is not right. I would really like to discuss in the comment section, and please like the video, share it with your friends, and any feedback will be really appreciated. Thank you so much.